Hello, everyone. Sue, your So What Seamstress, and we're getting ready for the holiday season. So I wanted to heads up on my next project. Other than making some, I don't know if you can see on the table back there, 12-foot drapes for a family room for a family. Um, Drapes are real easy, so when we dive into that, it'll be great. And also the little Christmas tree back there. I'm going to show you in my next video how to make tree skirt. It can be for any size tree, honestly. Extremely easy out of a circle skirt pattern. That's right, a circle skirt is the perfect Christmas tree skirt. But the main reason for this video is the contest. That's right, the contest. The Give a Blessing, Get a Blessing contest for a vintage sewing machine and some other really great prizes. And with Christmas coming up in very short order, it's the 4th of December, 5th of December, 20 days. It's coming up. And the deadline for my contest is also coming up. Remember, when you share a story where you gave a blessing to a total stranger or a total stranger sent a blessing your way, especially during this holiday season, and especially with everything going on in our world today, it is very reassuring to see that people still think about blessing other folks and other folks blessing you. And that kind of gift, there's no price tag on it. And that's why the contest is totally free. And you're going to get something that you can either keep for yourself if you enjoy sewing like I do and just want to experience sewing with one. There's nothing more rewarding than to sew a project for yourself on a piece of history. And sewing machines have been around a very, very long time and they've come so far. But the vintage ones that I do promote is because those are the ones that have really stood the test of time, really have. And there's so many great things you can do with them. You'd be amazed at some of the things you actually can do with a vintage sewing machine. May not seem like it, but you can. And I hope that through my videos, I can share those different things that they can do for you. And of course, it involves your creativity. So I have gotten several beautiful, beautiful stories about where someone, without thinking of anything in return, just gave from their heart, gave from their soul to a total stranger. And those stories have blessed my life so far that I would love to hear yours. And I don't know why. Those of you who are interested in sewing and are watching my channel, why you're not leaving comments, because now I'm kind of getting kind of nervous because I'm like, am I doing videos of the right stuff? Do I need to do something different? And I could really use the feedback, to be honest. So my way of giving a blessing to those of you who have blessed others, not expecting anything in return, I want to give back to you. So I have, let's see, there is one big main prize, and that would be the vintage sewing machine. But there's a possibility that I might have two vintage sewing machines. But you've got to have a really great heartthrob kind of blessing story, because these machines that I have were used by people who were in love with the craft of sewing. And believe it or not, sewing machines that are given that much love by the person that previously owned them, they keep the love built inside of them. And I can tell you for a fact that that's the truth, because now I'm being called the sewing machine whisperer to sewing machines that were grandmothers. They belonged to a grandma. And after the few that I've started off with, that were, when they were sold to me or given to me, oh, that was my grandmother's. They swore one's up one side, down the other. That those sewing machines didn't work, stopped working. If you can get it to work, cool, but I don't think it's going to start. Those are the things I was told. And would take that machine home. I had a grandmother once, and she loved sewing. So I knew that a grandma's sewing machine isn't ever dead. Really isn't. Matter of fact, grandma's spirits live in those things. So when you get the winner of the vintage sewing machine, just know one thing. That vintage sewing machine, someone loved it so well that it wants to be loved again. I know it's an inanimate object. I know, oh, lady, you're crazy. But think about it. If you've experienced what I have, you might think a little bit differently as far as just what is possible. It's something you can create with your own hands. Anything's possible. Seriously. I have my own story to tell. And after the contest, I will tell it. And for those of you who haven't submitted your entries yet, when you do, if you do not want it made public, if you don't want your story retold, I will not retell it. I will just say who the winner is, that they had a beautiful blessing story, and they are the winner. Also, in order for you to know that you're the winner, you have to comment that you saw one of my videos. It doesn't matter which one. Just say in the comments, I saw your video before Christmas. That way I'll know that you entered. Okay? So I guess I should have said that at the beginning of the contest, but hey, there's still time. Monday night, December 7th, midnight is a cutoff for the blessing contest. I don't normally have an opportunity to do what I'm doing this year, but being that I have been blessed by the Almighty who created everything we have, it's time for me to do something too. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm not doing it because I was told to do it. I'm doing it because I want to do it. And I wanted you guys to understand that this is, I know it's a private matter at times. I have people who have submitted their stories and they say, please don't make it public. You know, can I share it to you as like in an email or whatever? I said, of course, certainly. It doesn't have to show up on the internet at all. You can just come directly to me. And when you share a blessing, you get a blessing in return. There are several stories I received that was made a fact. And when a blessing comes your way, sometimes it feels like a miracle, doesn't it? If you haven't experienced one, maybe we need to give out more blessings. That's all I'm saying. In the Christmas season, in the spirit of Christmas season, share those stories where a blessing turned out to be so much bigger than you ever could have imagined. Brighten someone's day who's having a hard time right now. Share your blessing. Show hope. Show love. That's what we're all here for anyway. Sorry this is not a teaching video, but I wouldn't be giving anyone any justice if I didn't give an update on the contest that I started. And I wanted you all to know. December 7th, send your stories to me, please. And message me. You can comments, you know, how I can contact you so you can send it to me privately. That's great. I do want to be part of making sure that more joy is spread out through the world. And that's why I do my videos, for one thing. Spreading the joy of sewing, spreading the joy of creating, spreading the joy of finding your passion inside. So I hope that you all are having a wonderful month so far. I hope that your Christmas is great. And I do hope and pray that the individuals who win this contest will get it as far as a blessing unexpected is the best blessing of all. So I am trying to do that for you, not for me, but indirectly. When you send your blessing story to me, you're not only blessing me, you're blessing everyone who you want to share it with. I'm going to begin the free part of preparation for these crafts that I've told you about. The Christmas tree skirt out of a circle skirt pattern, and also the draperies, because I'm going to be making drapes also for this room that I have this set up in. And there's a lot of people that they want to gussy up the house prior to the holidays, and a new set of drapes is really quick, really fast, as long as you know how to deal with the fabric. And then we're going to go over some fabrics again, and we'll get back to normal. But you'll probably get a couple more of these videos saying, don't forget about the contest. I might put it at the end of a tutorial or whatever. But I am really excited. I can't wait to see how my blessing, three, maybe more, because I do have a few extra things I really would love to bless someone with. And all it takes is your true story, your story where you blessed a stranger. It can be anything. And I got some so far, so I already know I've got two really good winners on my hands. So I'm not going to tell you how many have submitted, but it would be nice to get a bunch more. I've had a good response. So you have competition now. If you've been putting it off, don't put it off too long, because that vintage sewing machine that could have been yours is going to be somebody else's. And I can't stand it when someone beats me out in a contest. But I live with it. This is me. This is Crafty Sue. This is also Betty Crocker, as some people know. Or the So What seamstress that loves y'all who love sewing. I always say, find your joy. Be creative. Just keep sewing.